I'm missing mine. Think I need to help you. I'm gonna try. Cute as hell, baby. Hotter than flames. Wanna burn together in a million ways. Now let me take the lead. Know you wanna play with me. Got secrets you might wanna see. You might wanna see. You might wanna. I know I'm not gonna regret this. Wanna get reckless, put you to the test. Yeah, I know I'm not gonna regret this. I wanna get reckless. I wanna get reckless. I wanna get reckless. I wanna get reckless. Couldn't keep your poker face. Before you kept me waiting when I wanted to race. Sweet as hell, baby. You're a sugar rush. I knew you were given temptation, was craving. You love it, you hate it. Now let me take the lead. Know you wanna play with me. Got secrets you might wanna see. You might wanna see. You might wanna. Lock the door, zip it off. Kiss my neck when you want more. Scream your name deep in the night. Work your way around my thighs. Explore my hips, my time that I scream your name. I shut it down, 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 down. I know I'm not gonna regret this. Wanna get reckless, put you to the test. Yeah, I know I'm not gonna regret this. I wanna get reckless. I wanna get reckless. I want.
When I let you go, I just pull you closer. I can't understand where it came from, but you got it, I got it. It began in the land of the sandstorm. I fought it, though I wanted everything to do with what you give to me. Loosening my grip as pulled you into me. When I let you go, it just pulled you closer. It's a long departure. It's a long departure. Before I see you again, before it all makes sense, but I can't hold you back. And I still don't understand where it came from, but you're back in. passion. I'm awake with the flame in a hailstorm. I'm back in, I gotta have it. Everything to do with what you give to me. Loosening my grip as pull you into me. When I let you go, just pull you closer. It's a long departure. It's a long departure.
What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? Hope you guys had an amazing weekend. Billy, you can fix that with a prescription from Dr. DB. I like it. How is everybody? Morning, Kyle, Marshall, Billy, Moses. How is everybody doing? I think I saw Felch and FLP. What's up, guys? How is everybody? So we're gonna do it, man. I've been talking about it for like 2 weeks, and just screw it. We're gonna roll Phoenix. I got a 45 old res Kurost Paladin Shield, 4 open sockets. We are going to roll that. Gonna make Phoenix today, so it should be pretty hype. Cody H, what's up? How's it going? Stream to make your Monday bearable? Right on, man. Hey Vu, Rumu, Almighty, Last Rites, Jeff Morris. Yeah, should be pretty good. I did a lot of testing with the Monarch shield, like Phoenix in a Monarch for my Fire Sorceress and Fire Druid and stuff. And the interruption proc doesn't bother me too much, so. Nate Moon, coming in with a finger. What's up, buddy? So yeah. 300 plus ED, a whole bunch of fire absorb. Hydras will literally heal me. Should be pretty good. The proc does slow you down a little bit, but it's like a trade-off. More damage, interrupts you a little bit, but not that big a deal. Yeah, if I can get a high ED roll, man. When did I say that, man? When did I say that, Delch? You're so harsh on me, man. We gotta collect some full rejues before I do some more summon Necro Ubers. Kinda ran out there the first time. Joshua, your eye's finally getting better? What was wrong with your eye? What was wrong with your eye, man? Death's Clan, it's your birthday today? Happy birthday, man. It was my birthday on Friday. This is technically like my belated birthday stream. Technically. I turned 31. Oh. Yeah. Joshua, you got pink eye? You seen that movie? What's that movie that has Katherine Heigl in it and then Seth Rogen and they have a kid? And forget the name of the movie, but remember the whole house gets pink eye because they were like farting on each other's pillows or some shit like that. I just randomly thought of that because you said the pink eye thing. Knocked Up, there we go, that's the name of the movie. But yeah, they like all fart on each other's pillows and they get pink eyes, so. Cujo88 were the same age, nice. Tyler, the Phoenix rune word is pretty much gonna be for Travincal Zealer. I will use it on, like, if I want to do, like, mess around, maybe bale running or something, but for the most part, it's really just for, like, a very niche Travincal Zealer specific farming build. But I played around with different setups, and it's, I do like it, so. Full mana, energy shield, fireball, sorceress, and AT with Phoenix is I need to try that, Nate. I need to try that, man. That sounds pretty sweet, actually. Well, guys, should we get to it? Enough talking, more grinding? That's what she said. Gigantus Celapeo, yayo, how's it going? Thank you, Churs. I didn't actually tell anybody, besides like people on Discord, so I didn't mention it on stream. But tits, you say? All right, let's get to grinding. I said tits once. I don't know if I believe it. Maybe I did. Well, I just said it now, Turs. Because I said, hey, did I say tits? Obviously, I just said it there. Rage June, how's it going? Nate, you like them? Wait to see the new alerts, man. I got new transition and new alerts. So, alright guys, so here we are. I've rolled a lot of rune words recently. I rolled Beast. I rolled this Grief in a really nice base, but it kind of rolled average. I rolled my first non-Eth Fortitude. I actually rolled this in a 524 defense Archon plate. It's not a superior, it's a just a plain, because I don't want to deal with the repair costs. And I didn't realize that 524 was perfect, so that was pretty cool. Didn't roll very well though. Anti-perfect res and rolled like mid on the life, so whatever, it's not that big a deal. Jose, you didn't miss much, man. The life based on character level, it's not boostable by battle orders, so it's not the end of the world. I got this Death in a Berserker Axe. Ethereal Berserker Axe, 5 sockets, pretty sweet. Yeah, and here's the base. Kura Shield, 45 all res, and Vex low jaw. Vex low jaw. There's the base. I'll do a couple runs. We'll see if we can build a little bit of hype in stream, and then I'll roll it. Let's just do it now. But yeah, so I can switch between, like I have this Hawes with an ED Jewel, G-Face with a rare ED Jewel, and I've been playing around with Nos Belt, Arachnid's Mesh, Telling on Switch for faster breakpoint, T-Gods for lightning absorb and more strength. I have, sometimes I'll use Nos and G-Face with the Ruby Jewel Fervor for death, so I hit the max breakpoint. And I do have a two-handed death right here. I also have a two-handed death that I can play around. So a lot of different setups to... Why does that pause look eth? It's not eth. I don't know. Oh, it's because of the event list there. It has like a black shadow. Sorry, it has a black shadow, so that's why. Like behind the things is a black shadow that probably makes it look eth. That's my bad. I could maybe knock the opacity down on that if that's like really bothersome for you guys. But Rob L, hey, what's up, handsome? Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Robert. Every time I leave stream, my head is so big I can't get out of my stream room from all the compliments. So to be honest, this setup absolutely wrecks. It's conviction. If I'm not like constantly attacking and leeching, I do take some damage under conviction. But the whole idea was Phoenix, and even under conviction, Hydras would heal me. That's kind of the idea. How does the Merc survive, Matt Davies? Ethereal Reaper's Toll with a Ruby Jewel of Fervor, so he has a bunch of life leech, and then Eth Guardian Angel upped with a Fire Res Jewel in it, and Eth Kira's Guardian with the Fire Res Jewel in it. So he has 90 Fire Res across the board, and then even under Conviction, he'll still have 90 Fire Res, so... I'm trying to think of ways to like fully optimize my Mercenary, and I was debating if I could ever find them. If I put 3 IAS jewels with fire resistance, I think I can hit a faster increased attack speed breakpoint. Or maybe it's null, maybe you just need 2 like increase attack speed, fire res jewels in the body armor and the helmet, and then just leave a ruby jewel fervor in the Eth toll. But I'm pretty sure with 45 IAS and a level 30 fanaticism, he hits the max IAS breakpoint. Pretty sure. Because right now, I think he's the second highest breakpoint. Second highest breakpoint. Because he only has 15 IAS plus level 30 fanaticism. I'd have to check the IAS calculator. I don't know if anybody wants to. I've just kind of been lazy. I just assume he's attacking pretty quickly. Rare cap. And what's really interesting about this setup is I was playing around with Death, and if they're all clumped together, I think Death actually has a faster clear speed because it has the glacial spike procs. So if they're like, if I was to roll a better map where they're clumped together, when you're zealing, you proc glacial spike like crazy, and then everything that's not a champion is completely frozen. It's just sitting still. So yeah, FLP is pretty. I really like trap farming. Like, I'm pretty hooked on it lately. The only things that give him a hard time is if it's conviction. Ageless FX, how's it going? Conviction with the Hydras, as long as I'm attacking, I'm okay. If I'm not attacking, I'm definitely taking damage. And the combination of conviction with a Holy Shock aura on one of the other councils, that really hurts me. So, but you only see those when you do like hundreds of runs. You don't see them if you just do like 20 runs. So that's why I was playing around with... No, we're saving them up, Nate. That's why I was playing around with T-Gods, because T-Gods has the Light Absorb. But when I ran the Phoenix in a Monarch Shield, it can just completely nullifies the damage from Hydras under Conviction. So that's kind of why I wanted to run it. And the proc doesn't bother me, because I did 50 runs. What's the thing about Nosferatus? And, okay. Well, I was just playing around with extra life leech with the Nos. I could use String of Ears. I like the slowdown with the Nos belt in combination with Decrep. It's kind of cool. It's really just playing around with different setups. I don't really know what's absolutely the best. But I use War Travelers because on Players 3, I noticed no clear speed difference between War Travelers and a Geed's Grand Charm, or if I have Gore Riders and an extra max damage AR life charm. So basically, with this setup, I have 180 MF, and there's 0 difference in clear speed. Or, I mean, I can drop the War Travelers, excuse me, in the Geed's Grand Charm, and I lose... the only MF I have is from my Enigma, and I just... Since I'm wrecking them right now, I feel like it just makes sense to use the Travs. But like, I was using String of Ears, I was using Arachnid's Mesh, Teleporting and Switch, faster teleport breakpoint. I was playing around with... Check that Nos belt. Vampire Flame belt. I've been playing around with multiple setups. I don't really know what's the absolute best, but... Baruch. Oh, you're answering questions in chat. Okay. Yeah, I think hero you can only get if you hero edit. If you make Sigurd Stealth, which I mean, if you want to play Sigurd Stealth, just to play around with it, it's whatever. I mean, have fun. Yeah, James, we're on Winnable Glide Wrapper. I'm pretty well used to it for the most part. It's like everybody told me, like, oh, I take 2 or 3 streams, you'll get used to it. And I have been kind of getting used to it. I still prefer Glide Wrapper with the full screen setup, but I was just having that stupid crash, like, randomly. Rage Coon, it depends what your magic finding goals are, where you're magic finding, and what character in your gear. Generally, the rule of thumb, if you're solely targeting high-level uniques, is players 1 difficulty, and focus on champions and boss packs because they drop 1 item no matter what, and you just maximize your MF. If you're farming like runes or doing Lord Kura stuff, that's when you want to up the player's ability setting, and then if you're grinding for experience, you probably want to go as high as you possibly can. But But it's really like, it's situational. It depends on your gear. Like, if you have garbage gear, you're probably gonna want to moat trick Mephisto players 1. If you have really good gear, go players 3 or 5. It just hard for me to give you one specific best player setting. Rego, how's it going? Oh, you don't have any... Well, it's really random, James. Like, I'd say it's maybe like once every 100 runs or something it crashes. It's just annoying because when I have the stream going and then you have to load it up again and just pay the butt. How's it going, Sir Fox Gaming? I have to change my desktop resolution. I don't really want to do that. Like, you mean like set my desktop resolution to like 800 by 600 or something? I'm pretty well used to Windows mode now, and I can on the fly, I can adjust the drops counter and stuff, so I'm kind of just gonna stick with it for now, I think. I do appreciate the offer to help me though. Vivaldi, I dropped a Griffin yesterday. Or sorry, not yesterday. My last stream I did off of Pindle. Rage Kun, yes, I use a save and exit macro that can cycle games quicker. I actually just made a video about it on my channel if you want to check it out. Yeah, but I don't want to have an 800 by 600 res. I did that trick before, like a while ago when I was recording stuff on my laptop for OBS, like way back, right when I started my channel. I just don't want to do it. I think I'm fine. I'm playing 1280 by 720. That's my window. Storm Shield. I'm not playing like the super tiny window. Rune and Storm Shield. Oh, that's... Oof. You guys said it's 141, right? It's the best... Forget. Storm Shield. $148? So did I just drop a perfect Storm Shield? Oh, it's 141. Right, okay, 148. Okay. So yeah, how's it going? Like, I can play full screen all day on D-Draw, the D-Draw setting with D2SC. It just has that, oh, I'm not gonna add alarm room spoofy spoof. Oh, separate thank you so much for the sub. I'm sorry I can't read that, but thank you. Thank you so much. I'm horrible at reading that script, I can't. Thank you for the sub, man. Violetta. Oh, 6 MS Small Charm. You like it, Nate? It's Sergey? Okay, thank you for the sub, Sergey. I don't know if I want to edit for a 6 MF Small Charm. Should I add that to the list? It's not really that nice to find. We'll just leave it. DH is in Russian? Vulgar Knight, how's it going? Sahil Roberts. Star Hunter, I'm sorry I missed you, buddy. I saw the raging emote there. How's it going, dude? I'm sorry I missed your message. How are you, Star Hunter? GGMF charm. Yeah, I mean 6 is nice. I'd rather have 7 MF or 7 MF with mods. Kind of at the point of what I'm looking for. Sir Fox. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much, Sir Fox.
D. Brunsky hype. Like the stream, everybody.
What do you guys think? 250 viewers will roll Phoenix? We get up to 250? Star Hunter, your Pindleskin, eh? You finally left the Fire Sorceress behind for that? Finally left her behind. Like him, Chicken Chaser? Thank you. Gotta love that sexy D, man. 250. You think I should base it on likes, Cujo? I'm okay with that. 250 likes, we'll roll Phoenix. Ismail Vilehand is the only thing that slows these runs down. That stone skin, man. I'll check the quab too. Quab. Feel a little bit guilty about a ban in there? Ah, it's okay, man. Gotta go with item find. Gotta go with your item find. By the way, guys, I bought Resident Evil 2, the remaster for PS4. I'll be streaming that Friday on my Twitch. Should be pretty hype. Barbara, what is my all-time sub goal? Don't know. I mean, just keep working away at it. Hopefully Diablo 4 comes out and it's awesome. I can ride that hype train. Some growth there. Although I wonder if it'll just be like WoW Classic, where like Asmongold and all those people stream it, and then everybody just goes there, and you just get entirely left behind. I could see that happening with Diablo 4, to be honest. That one guy playing not something that's DW? You mean D2? God, that reminds me of that cartoon show that I watched as a kid growing up. When the kid's younger sister is DW. Wasn't it Arthur or something? What was the name of that? Anybody know in chat? I just remember DW. Completely random, but... Dexter's Laboratory? I don't think it's that, was it? It's not that. Dexter's Laboratory. Yeah, it's Arthur, right? Okay, yeah, I thought it was Arthur. Yeah, Turds, it's gonna be a blind playthrough of Resident Evil 2. And I've popped into a couple of Twitch streamers and just to see, like, ask them which storyline to play first and stuff. A lot of them played Leon first, but more people said that they liked the Claire storyline better. Then some people were just speedrunning Leon, not Claire. So I'll probably do blind playthrough of both. Oh. Damage. Kurt, I have not rolled the Phoenix yet, dude. We're just waiting to build a little bit of hype in stream, and then we'll roll it. It's all here, though. Vex Low Jaw, and 4 open socket, 45 all res Kuros shield. You like Leon, like to play Leon better, but Claire's story is better, honestly? Okay, yeah, that's what a lot of people said. I hope it's not. One of the things I hated the most about Resident Evil was I would always get stuck. And I couldn't figure out to solve the puzzle. But I'm hoping between being able to read like a playthrough if I get stuck, you guys helping me out if I literally can't figure it out. But I really would get stuck on a lot of the different Resident Evil games. Like, I've only ever beaten like 3 of them. I beat Nemesis once. I beat Resident Evil, Code Veronica. I beat that game. But I would just always get stuck on them. So maybe I just suck, I don't know. But I read that they did changes with the maps where they, you could load up your map and then there'll be something on there and you have to go to it, so you can't like not miss it. Like, they'll let you know if you miss something. Kamiza, thank you so much for the sub, Kamiza. I have not played that one guy. I haven't. The funny thing about Code Veronica, guys, I got to the very end, right? Literally got to the very end where you have to input that code into the computer. You're supposed to like input a password, and I had no idea what the password was. I didn't have a clue. And then I ended up having to look it up on the internet, and I guess the game's called Code Veronica, and the password was Veronica. Like, it was on the CD case. I could just never, I just didn't put the two together. That was an okay melee Grand Charm, but I got better stuff, so I'd rather have plus life on it. Samuel, Dark Souls is probably going to be the next game. I bought the Resident Evil 2 because I really want to play the remaster of that. And then I'll try and squeeze Dark Souls in before... I'll definitely be streaming Death Stranding like the day that it comes out. I really am pumped for Hideo Kojima's new game. It has the guy, the actor from The Walking Dead, Norman Reedus. I don't know if you guys have seen the trailer for it, but it looks pretty sweet. Now, lets the dog get you every time. The dogs, for me, it was honestly the Nemesis. Like, always him randomly popping up on you. Sircrofts, how's it going, man? I haven't seen you. How you been? Yeah, for me, it was the Nemesis always following you and stalking you. That was kind of the trippiest part for me. We're gonna roll in a bit, Grego. We're gonna roll it in a bit. We're just building a little bit of hype. Here's the base. I don't know if you saw it, Grego. 45 all res. Dirty bastard, you have not... I shouldn't have said that live. You have not missed the roll yet. I'm gonna roll it shortly. So I'm hoping it helps with like Stone Skin Ismail. It's just the one thing that slows me down. What do you think's a better belt to use, Grego? NOS with the life stolen per hit and the extra strength, or String of Ears for the DR? Krypton, what's up? What's going on, buddy? I was using NOS because I felt like the little slowdown when you combine it with the Decrepify and the cold damage from the Mercenary, like, he hardly moves, so... Or the cold damage from the Reaper's Toll, excuse me. That's why I went with NOS, but Travincal, the using vigor and then charging, that's more if you don't have an enigma base. Or if you don't have enigma. It's if you're like very good at charging and then running through the docks, it's almost as quick. I find that I'm not very good at charging and it's buggy, so I can never like get it really good, and it's just not faster than Enigma. And Enigma's just teleporting is less hassle as well. Did a moderator update that drops thing? Because it still says griffins from... I might even get rid of it now that I have the drop counter on stream. I don't know. Yeah, well, if you take a couple hits with amp damage, my life will go down a bit, but... one guy, I don't use Drax because I'd rather have the enhanced damage and fire res from laying hands, and then also the life tap proc on Decrepify overrides the Decrepify curse from the Reaper's Toll, so that's why I don't use. On previous streams, I ran, just to show it, I ran Exile to show you like the life tap proc overriding the Decrep and how it's a pain in the butt. Adam Hunter, thank you for the sub, Adam. Thank you so much. Radu Huniger, you got a question for me? Shoot, man. Shoot. What question you got? Star Hunter, you like the alerts? Thank you, man. I've got a few other ideas to tweak to add, improve stream layout, but you're not improving, you get left behind, man. That's the way I look at it. Why is my life so low? I purposely am running 572 points into strength. I find that as long as you're got a good life tap and you're swinging away, you have really good survivability. Like, you can leech back, right? So a couple scenarios are a little hairy, like Conviction, but I'd rather just have the extra damage from additional strength points. So that's why my health is so low. What's up, Ori? Trying to get a champion off a Trav like you, man. Okay, Radu Higger. While playing Diablo 2 plug, I encountered 2 times now a monster with 1 HP left and then just wouldn't die, and my merc just ignores him. Is that those little sand creepers, man? The sand creepers in Act 2, that's not an exclusive pluggy bug. Like, that is a bug on Diablo 2, like vanilla Diablo 2 or pluggy. It's... you just can't kill them. They get down to 1 health, and you just have to run away. Just avoid them. No, it's not Gossin. It's like the... like if you're rolling Fortitude, the 300 ED is just added to whatever whatever the base is. It's just multiplied. So if you have like 450 Archon Plate, it'll be less defense than if you have 500 Archon Plate when you roll Fortitude. Should we just roll the Phoenix now, guys? 3 more runs, then we'll roll Phoenix. Moses, I'm drinking a extra large double from Tim Hortons. It is reek of Canadian. Just reek of Canadian. Grego, you built your first Javzon? You finally decided to leave the Paladin alone? Quit playing with your Paladin so much, Grego. That sounded bad. It's coffee, one guy, not tea. I'm not a tea guy. I always get so scared rolling rune words on stream. I'm gonna fuck them up. These for cows only? Barbara, if you never played the Assassin, you really should. Especially with really, like, the assassin getting through the game like normal in Nightmare, she's probably one of the best characters. Like, she's super tanky. Depending on how you want to build the character, like if you're not speedrunning, you can put some points into Fade. You'll have like capped res regardless of difficulty, damage reduction. Like, runs really fast, really good for speedrunning. She's got an amazing return for health investment as well. And then even high end, she's not the best, but like she's not going to do as much damage as a Javazon or a Light Sorceress, but she's really tanky. Doesn't have horrible teleport speed like the Javazon. Alright guys, we broke 250 viewers. We're going to roll Phoenix now. The British guy disliked it. Martin, I don't necessarily need a second Phoenix. It's really just to mess around with the Travsealer because I really like the character so much, but I'm rolling this Phoenix in a Paladin Shield base, so... Timu, I do get a little bit, like, I'll sift in Variety, or I'll play Diablo 1, like, I'll play other games if I do get a little bit bored, but I also hang out with you guys, to an extent, like, I make a little bit of money off of YouTube as well, so that's kind of a motivating factor. That kind of stops me from getting bored. I'm just double checking the order again. I'm like 99.99% sure it's Vex Vex Low Jaw, but Vex Vex Low Jaw, 4 open sockets, 45 res, Vex Vex Low Jaw. Okay, let's do it. I use you guys. Okay, Vex Vex Low Jaw, 4 open sockets, 45 res, Vex Vex Low Jaw. Okay. Vex Vex Low Jaw. Level 13 redemption and 373 enhanced damage. So what does it roll? 15? Oh, Daniel, you guessed 376. What does it roll? Does it roll 300 to 400 ED? 10 to 15, and then what does it roll for ED? Good luck. A little bit delayed. Middle of the road. 21's, oh man, 21 Zorb is the max? Ah, so I got kind of shitty on the fire absorb. Damn. Oh well, I did it. I did it. Mid-rolled. Well, I'm not rolling another one. That's this one and done. That's a lot of high rune investment for a very niche character. Very niche character. Okay, now we gotta... I'm gonna put that back on the sorceress. I'm gonna have to respec my... Yeah, it is a really nice base too. 45 all res Kurost. Where's the Halvern? I'll have to respec my dexterity though. Because Hawes gives you a crap load of block. Yeah, 59% chance to block. So 136 dex was enough for max block with Hawes, but gonna have to pull some points off. 6. 3. 75. See, just that doesn't bother me. The interruption proc, it just doesn't. Doesn't bother me. I might try switching to String of Ears for a little bit. I don't have String of Ears on this character? Oh, I do, yeah. Yeah. 815, we'll put that on too. Then we'll be a little bit more tanky. When we have amp damage. Yeah, Phoenix is a very interesting rune bird. Provokes. Enhanced damage, Redemption Aura, Fire Absorb. A lot of interesting stuff on it. You just wrecked. I really need to test a little bit on Stone Skin Ishmael, see how it does. Yeah, well, if you want to, like, this is just give you a rough idea. So grief is more damage than Berserker Axe, right? Like it just is. But this will just give you an idea. So we go switch to Berserker Axe. I have 3.5 to 12,000 damage, and then I also have, which is pretty nutty here. I just gotta find it. Where is it? Yeah. 97% deadly strike, 85% crushing blow. So if I switch Gore Riders just temporarily, I'm doing 100% of the time I'm doing double damage. So it'll be 7,000 to 24,000 melee damage every time, because it's always 100% deadly strike. But the thing about grief is I need to switch like my belts and stuff around to hit a max IS breakpoint. It depends on the character, Barbara, because Grief has ignore target defense, so white monsters you'll always hit. Champions and bosses, though, ignore target defense doesn't work, but where it gets a little tricky and weird is the minus target defense. That does work on champion and boss packs, the minus 25%, but it works at reduced efficiency. Now, is it 12% efficiency on bosses, guys? Does anybody know in chat? Like, I know that ignore target defense won't work on bosses, but the minus target percent defense does, but then it works at reduced efficiencies. 1.5%, okay, 12.5, thank you, Grego. I knew it was something along those lines. Just wasn't exactly sure. So AR is good for bosses and like champions, boss packs, and endgame bosses, but for regular monsters you kind of don't need it. I think I should stick with Nos. I can switch around, it doesn't matter. I can like instantaneously switch between. I think the DR would be better if I went player 7 difficulty. I don't know how anybody can say that interruption proc bothers them. Like, it just doesn't bother me at all. Like, not at all on the Zealer. Grief would be more damage, Urego. It's kind of hard to calculate. I don't actually even fully understand it. Like, my understanding of Grief is the best melee weapon, period. It's because, like, so it does 34 to 38, but it's actually adding 371, so it's actually 371 plus 34, 371 plus 38, so it has like a super good average damage. And then that number gets multiplied by all the enhanced defense stuff, but it just doesn't show on the character screen. It's kind of stupid. It would be comparable, but still, Grief would still be more damage. But I'd say that like a Death Berserker Axe would be one of the closest things to it, because you have 100% Deadly Strike, 100% Crushing Blow. Like, it's going to be very, very close to it. Grego, the proc bothers you? Well, fair enough. Fair enough. I would say that it's not as bad as what people would think it is, though, but yeah, that's what makes it so good, Honetus, is the average damage, because you look here. So like we said, we're doing like basically, you know, 400 to 405 damage or whatever. I'm really bad at math, just ignore me. But and this one's 160 to 500, right? So you get the idea. Like, it's the average damage of that is not going to be as much as that. Plus, this has like the ignored target defense. It has deadly strike, enhanced damage to demons. Like, it has a whole bunch of stuff on it that's really good. And you can easily hit an insane, really high increased attacks with breakpoint too, because you're using a phase blade base and fanaticism. It's just, Grief is super OP. Yeah, well, I still think that Grief is still more damage than Death, but I do think, and also it depends on the like who you're fighting, right? Regular monsters, Crushing Blow isn't as important as it is compared to like endgame bosses, but Death is like very close, or if not par. It's definitely not better than Grief, but I would say it's probably par, which is very good considering really Grief like destroys everything. But then I think that only applies to the Zealer, because the Zealer has fanaticism to make up for the lack of IAS on Death, right? Because if you're using like a regular character where you don't have the IAS, you're going to be attacking super slow, and that's what makes Grief so much better. But yeah, like on an endgame boss like Bale Grego, I agree. It's a huge. It's definitely like, especially like when you do like player 7 and stuff, it's huge. But for Trav, I would argue it doesn't really make too much of a difference, but if you think about it too, I could throw Fortitude. I could throw Fortitude on my Zealer. Just crank his damage through the roof. Crazy Horse, how's it going? Yeah, I agree, Grego. Like, Death is amazing stats, amazing damage, Crushing Blow, Deadly Strike. You can make it in an F base. Its only letdown is no IS. That's it. But you can make up for that with Fanaticism. Please do Fortitude. If I do Fortitude, I have to like run. I can't teleport, which would make the run slower. Just when I actually get to the council, I would run through them, but one to sorceress with life stolen per hit. I wonder how something like that would work, like 2 to sorceress skills, life stolen per hit, and then use that for a Dream Bear sorceress build. I might hold on to that. I don't know if that would have any use, but like I wonder if for like a bear sorceress if that would actually be beneficial or not. Yeah, teleporting, repositioning a mercenary for Decrepify proc. If mercenaries weren't so stupid, you maybe get away with it, but it really made that Fortitude, so the life leech is pretty low. Yeah, but for a dual dream sorceress, like a bear sorceress specifically, what would be a better, like, most of your damage is coming from Holy Shock, right? And then it's boosted by the Lighting Mastery, so I don't think, would you want like High Lords for Deadly Strike, or is that overkill? I've never built a bear sorcerer, so I don't know what's good or what's bad. I really don't.
I am overburdened.
Use Mara or a crafted amulet? Okay. But if that had rolled 2 to skills, that'd be better, right? Well, maybe not better. It's got strength, life stolen per hit, and resistances. So it's kind of like a crappy Mara's, I guess. it will boost the skill on the item. So if an item gives you a skill, and if you put hard points into its synergies, it will boost the skill of the item. I don't really understand the question, one guy. Like, are you asking if plus skills boosts, like, chance to cast Decrepify? It doesn't. Not at all. But if you're asking if, like... Oh, is the... Oh, yeah, okay. The synergies only, yeah, benefit from the first 20 hard points, one guy. So... what's an example? Yeah, like it's... How do you say this? This question came up on my Necro. I made a build video for the Poison Necro. I remember somebody asking this. They asked me... where's skill tree? What did they ask me? It was something to do with why I didn't synergize Bone Wall by putting extra points into... Anyways, Grego's right. Only the 20 hard points synergizes energy, or gives the synergy boost. Question comes from the Bear Sorceress. Like, if you have extra points, you will, like, if something is synergizing another skill and then you're past the 20 points, if you're putting extra points into it, the extra points will boost the skill and make it stronger. But when you're adding past 20, you won't synergize the extra amount, if that makes sense. Did I donate $2 to myself? No, I was testing the alerts. I was testing the new alerts to see if they were working in Streamlabs. I didn't actually donate to myself. I did reset it though. I thought it would go away. I guess it didn't. It's supposed to. You kind of understand the question, one guy? Or, sorry, understand the answer that I'm giving, or did I confuse you? So if I have an item that gives +1 skill point to Fireball and I don't spend any points on it, instead I put points to Fire Mastery, will that Fireball from the item do more damage? Yeah, the Fireball will receive bonuses from the Fire Mastery. It's just... like, if you were wanting to boost your Meteor damage and you had 20 hard points into Fireball, those 20 hard points will synergize your Meteor. But then if you're carrying like a wand that has +5 to Fireball, and it makes your Fireball go from level 20 to 25, those extra points, the 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25, they will not synergize and boost Meteor damage. If that makes sense. Like, that's the best way I can explain it. If I'm trying to answer what you're asking. Like, that's the best way I can explain it. That's what, okay, so you're good to go? We got it? Okay, we're good to go. Right on. Sometimes I do a bad job, or I'm distracted, I'm playing and I'm answering a question, and I might say something, like I might slip up my words and say something wrong, and I actually do answer the question wrong, so I can confuse people, but... Andrea, I'm saving up all the rare helmets to do a 250 rare Druid Circlet Pelted Invocation video. And I'm gonna beat Mr. Llama's 5 NATO. You heard it here, you heard it first. I'm going to roll a better 5 NATO. No, I wasn't really checking the drops on Discord. Did somebody drop something crazy? Joshua Ruff, what's going on, buddy? Trevor, I should become a teacher? Like a Diablo 2 teacher or a math teacher? I can't be a math teacher, man. Kind of like the style points of the Firestorm proc too. Does look pretty good. Phase blood up. That's a what do you call it? Oh, don't identify that. Not Azarath, the lightsaber one. It's too bad this circlet didn't roll 3 to fire skills and 20 FCR. I'm a freelance Diablo 2 teacher. Yeah. Not making too much money doing it though. Fist of Heaven's Paladin, Jakelin. That's more of a PvP thing or Path of Diablo thing? Angel, you want to rage quit? I've had no luck. And Ismail always just slows everything down. Thank you for the super chat, Angel. Is Azarath total trash? Compared to rumors, yeah. Depends on what you define as trash.
Oh man, I got no luck. I want to rage quit.
Don't quit, Angel. You're just going through dry spell. Thank you for the super chat, man. He always just slows everything down, Ismail. Every time. Kyle, thoughts on upping Night Smoke in normal? What does Night Smoke give you again? If you're... I forget. I know it's that really crappy belt, but if you're trying to upgrade an item, I would try and look for a rare belt with like FHR and res and stuff. Getting through normal on your sorceress. Thank you, Angel, and thank you, Kurt. A little delayed, but happy birthday. Thank you, Kurt.
A little delayed, but happy birthday, DB. Grinning
Thank you,
face
guys.
with big eyes.
Thank you, Kurt. That's a good joke. Little dry spell like going through like a married man. Can I get an amen for everybody who's married in chat? Thank you, Billy. Theo, I did roll the shield. I'm actually using it right now. We kind of rolled average. It's a 45 all res base. I'll show it to you in a second here. See, that was nice. Hydras did nothing to me out of conviction. I just take a little bit of damage from the corpse exploding, but... We kind of rolled crappy on the fire absorb, which really sucks. Ooh, 2% MF. Here it is. 13 redemption, 10 to 15, 373 enhanced damage, and then 15 to fire absorb, which kind of sucks, but... Next smoke gives you tons of mana when you get hit.
I can't carry anymore.
I still think early on you'd want to have like a rare belt though. I mean, I don't see why not. If you're just upping it to get one extra belt slot, it doesn't really cost a lot to upgrade from normal to exceptional. So if you want to run it, I would say do it. I mean, I don't think I'd waste. Isn't it a lem rune to upgrade an armor from exceptional to elite? Like, I would make a treachery first for my mercenary before I upped a night smoke belt, but that's just me. Novalis, that's the one and only Phoenix that I'm going to roll. I'm not rolling a... I'll have to go on a jaw rune dropping streak again before I... It's Vex low jaw, so... Super expensive rumor that I do not plan on making multiple copies of. Yeah, like, what is the recipe from normal to exceptional? I'm saying from upgrading from exceptional to elite, I think is a lem rune, isn't it? Or is it a pull rune? One of them's a pull rune, one of them's a lem rune. super chat the entire birthday song? You can if you want. It'll definitely get spammed. Like they'll shut it down. But Lemco P Diamond, yeah. See, I would use Lem to make treachery. Make like your first mercenaries treachery. That's just me though.
I can't carry anymore.
Semantics, thank you, man. Sexy as always. Isn't it Lemon Co? Honestly, I don't know, Yichicha. I honestly don't know. Like, I go to the area, every time I go to up something, I go to the area at Summit because I don't have the recipe memorized. Ismail just slows it down so much. Charlie, I'm gonna wrap up the last 2 hours of stream. We're gonna do some Pindleskin. But first little bit, we're doing some. I just rolled a Phoenix too, Charlie. Crazy horse. I found. I'm at like 70 rare pelts now. 2 of them have been white. 2 of them isn't white, 1 of them's been green, the rest have been different combinations of red. Red and gold and blue. So yeah, definitely hard to get a white 5 NATO antler pelt would be like my single player dream. Although I don't see it ever happening. Colum, okay. So since it's a lum rune, then maybe it's not that bad a deal. As long as you've made like a smoke first. Joey, how's it going, dude? What's up, pimp? Not very much. Rolled Phoenix today. And a sweet Paladin shield base. That's about it. Drop Storm Shield, nothing else crazy. Yeah, Charlie, I started playing Windows mode, so I can on the fly adjust stuff like that. I was always team full screen for the longest time, and I'd probably still keep playing full screen, but I was having glide wrapper issues. It was crashing on full screen, so just switched to window mode. Shavrul, I need an extra need coffee? Why, do I look tired? Vince says, Sezo, this build, you could, I mean, this isn't your ideal smiter build, but I could easily, like, swap this out for, like, Drax or something and smite away. But I mean, it's not, like, your ideal smiter build. Usually it's the other way around, where you, like, max smite 1 point in Zeal. I'd probably want to use like Exile, maybe Chains of Honor. Probably want to pair Exile with Drax, just because you're constantly be proccing life tap all over the place. But you could go Laying Hands and Exile as well. Smiter is almost as bad as a Hammered In. There's so many different ways you can build the character that. I mean, you can run Mara's because Grief and Fanaticism, you already hit the max increased stack speed breakpoint. You can use Goblin Toes, Gore Riders, you can use Last Wish. Different combinations of rings, like a Dwarf Star and a Ravenfrost, or Wisp Projector and a Ravenfrost. T-Gods for Light Absorb for the belt. You can go budget, like you can go really budget on a smiter too. I usually like to stay away from what's the best smiter. What's the best smiter setup? Well, it would depend, Provo, right? If you're building a dedicated smiter or you're just... Like I said, there's so many different ways to build that character. Ever tried a bot D Druid Wolf? I played a lot of Fury Druid on Battle.net. I haven't really streamed it too much. I plan on doing it though. Greg, yeah, most of my gameplay is single player. I do a little bit of Battle.net here or there. But I just rolled Fortitude in a non-F Archon plate, so I'm going to make a Ribcracker Fury Druid build video soon. Like completely decked out, maxed gear. But I'll do with a Ribcracker just because I don't think I want to roll the Breath of the Dying for Fury Druid. Ooh, 7MF. Plain 7MF from Trav, I'll add that to the list. FFR, I like putting a whole bunch of extra points into strength because between CTA and transforming into werewolf and a full inventory of max damage A or life terms, you have tons of life. So I like putting a whole whack load into strength and then rocking like Heart of the Wolverine and just maxing damage. It's kind of like my favorite setup. He bought D, Zerker, and Phoenix and Fortitude back in the day, Matt. Nice. I really like Ribcracker. It's just, you get lots of faster hit recovery. I mean, it's good damage. With the Shale Rune or Ruby Jewel Fervor, you hit the max IS breakpoint. It's just super budget too. I really think that faster hit recovery is super important with the Fury Druid. Because he has such good FHR frames that you really want to crank it up. And then if you take, it's better to take hits with a two-handed weapon and recover quickly than it is to be stuck in block mode with a one-handed weapon, in my opinion. What armor base I think is best for Enigma, Greg? Mage Plate's really good. Dust Shroud's good. Archon Plate's good. It's depending on if you want to not invest any points into strength, you probably want to go Mage Plate. Or you can go Archon or Dust Shroud too. Those are usually typically the three common plates or body armors that are used for Enigma. I went with the Dust Shroud, but Mage Plate's solid, Archon Plate's solid. It really depends on what you want. Use. Makes your character look homeless, Charlie. The only reason I rolled mine in Enigma or in a Dust Shroud was because I found a 3 open socket 15 ED base. So yeah, Archon Plate for Hammerden, good choice. Get extra defense. IO Rune. Barbara on the Pluggy mod. Exclamation Pluggy, you should get a link from Nightbot. It's a single player mod that gives you ladder only rune words, you can farm Torch and Annie, you have the extra stash space. You also have a shared stash so you can like really quickly mule items between characters. It's basically Battle.net for single player with quality of life changes. It's the reason why I would not be playing Diablo 2 if it wasn't for the Pluggy mod. Star Hunter, where is the Boazon? I'll probably play Frostmaiden Boazon tomorrow, bud. Or sorry, Thursday. Probably do some AT Frostmaiden stuff. It's kind of my plan. Sorry I keep missing your question if you... Man up and run my Necro Semantics? I did a bunch of Uber necro farming just recently on stream, bud. I'm not the best summonmancer, put it that way. Getting so close to 1,000 P gems, guys. We're coming down to like the last like 200 P gems. Does the gem shaving bother you, Charlie? I'm still gonna collect perfect amethyst though. What's up, Void? Nilly? Still definitely be racking up perfect amethyst for caster amulets. Andre, the perfect amulets are for caster amulets. Everything else is for... I want to make a video re-rolling Bale Grand Charms with 1,000 perfect gems. So I've been grinding... Like, I've been collecting perfect gems for, like, I swear 6 months now. Just to try and get up to 1,000. I got all of the best drops. Salvation, I got them on the screen there. So far, Storm Shield and a 7 MF Small Charm. I did drop a 6 MF Small Charm, but I just didn't add it to the today's drops. Yeah, technically I only need 999. Technically. I think we counted, I have like 15 or 16 Grand Charms, Kurt. So depending on what I roll, like I might just re-roll them because I have so many like fire skillers and like cold skillers and stuff now that if I roll like a plain cold skiller, I'll probably just re-roll it again. Or saying like if I roll like a summoner skill, I'll just re-roll it. I don't care. I'm really looking for skillers with FHR, skillers with plus life, and then max damage AR life Grand Charms. That's all I'm really looking for that video, so anything else, I'll just re-roll it. Sharul, yeah, you can re-roll a Grand Charm, 3 perfect skulls, and then it'll just randomly re-roll the mod on it. Or the roll on it, or Apex, whatever, prefix, whatever the heck you want to call it. Oh no, anything with plus life I'll save. Like anything with plus life I'll 100% I'll save, Kurt, but... PLUJGY, Barbara. Sniper, are you using Phoenix on your lightning sorceress? How do you get your faster cast rate, buddy? It's gotta be hard to hit 117 with no spirit. I mean, I'm sure you could do it with the rest of your gear, but... So say you're using, like, Hodo, 40 FCR. Arax is another 20. Age Fist, that's 80. I guess you could use, like, Viper Magi and 25 from Griffins. I guess you could do it. And a caster amulet, it wouldn't be too hard. Where do you get good jabs for jabs on a Nightmare? Nightmare Mephisto is a good target to get Titans. No, you need to download an older ISO and install 1.13 for Pluggy to work. It doesn't work on 1.14. But if you search any quick YouTube video guide on how to install Pluggy, they'll have the link in the video description where you can install the older ISO, and then you basically just need to download it and install it in a separate file folder. And then you can, Mr. 40 MF IK Helm. Because I have 3 Diablo 2 installations on my computer, I can bounce back and forth between Path of Diablo, Pluggy, or regular Battle.net whenever I want to. The only thing I have to do is eventually install Median XL and then do the same thing, so I can play all 4 at the same time. You just have to rename the file folder. Right on, makes sense, T-Sniper. I kind of realized after I said that, I was like, well, no, you should be able to get faster cast rate pretty easy because Griffin's gives you 25. Because you really need to use specific gear to hit 105 with the Phoenix Fire Sorceress. Some more pod, Kurt. I have actually... I'm going to be doing some pod videos in the future. Somebody's offered to give me their account to do some Path of Diablo build video comparisons and also do like some corrupting vids and stuff, so we'll have some Path of Diablo content. You're getting a new laptop. Can you DM me a link on Discord to what you use to install all 3 of those? Starner, all you have to do is just install your regular pluggy. Get it up and running on your new laptop, like, so it's all good to go. Everything's good. Then just make a copy of that Diablo 2 file folder. So just copy it, rename the original Diablo 2-pluggy, and then have the other one say Diablo 2. Then double click and load up Battle.net. It'll automatically update that specific folder with 1.14 and then if you want to go back to Pluggy, you just rename the other one Diablo 2-Battle.net and then go to the folder that says Diablo 2-pluggy and then get rid of the pluggy so it's just Diablo 2, because your computer will you'll only launch from the folder that says Diablo 2, so when you rename the file folders, that's how you can have multiple different installs. So you just have to make a copy of the folder and then launch Battle.net and then automatically update the one folder to 1.14. Henry Brock, you're a big fan. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Depends where you're farming, Abhishek. Depends on where you're farming and what character, but I would say players 3 300 is a good start, or players 1 champions and boss packs only, and then up your MF a little bit. So say if you can get to 400 plus or up to 500, either one of those will be solid depending on your magic finding goals. Redmar, are you going to tune in Friday to my Resident Evil 2 remaster stream? Starner, send me a DM and I will send you a YouTube video of a guy that explains how to install multiple Diablo 2 installations. Just send me a DM and remind me, and then I'll send you that link. It's really easy. You just make sure you back up everything. But it's pretty simple. Where you'll run into trouble is when you start, like, if you're not renaming the file folders and you have playing Battle.net on your pluggy folder and stuff, that's where you'll get into problems, but... Polinos, unique jewelry. This is a great place to try and find metal grids, so metal grid would be nice. More SOJs, BK rings, charms, and facets, and high runes. Like, that's really what you target Travincal for. I've dropped a jaw rune, a burr rune, and a low rune from Trav, so... any one of those would be good. But I'm also racking up all kinds of flawless gems for the 999 P gem rerolling video. So it's a good target for that also. Oh yeah, rares too, random rares. I just like playing the Zealer, so it's kind of like a nice change from doing so much caster characters like the sorceress and stuff. It's nice to play melee for a little bit. Bents, we're going 4 hours today, buddy. We're gonna do 2 hours Travincal. See, that is so nice. I took no damage from the Hydras because of Phoenix of the Fire Absorb. Even though I rolled 15 and it sucks, it's I feel like it was worth it. And then after Bents, we're going to switch gears and do some Pindle. FLP, you missed my Phoenix roll, buddy. You missed my Phoenix roll. So FLP, I'm pretty much set on, for players 3, I think the best combo is Grief, Phoenix, and either Nos or String of Ears. I like Nos for the slowdown, or I guess String of Ears if you want the DR. But the interruption proc doesn't bother me at all. So even under Conviction, the Hydras heal me. It's a really nice touch. Not to mention like the 300 ED. Grego, it's not revolutionary good? I like it. Tobias, it's not a video, we're live, man. Thank you, Amateur. We'll see what we get today. Only thing that slows me down is Maul, like I said 100 times today. Is there really a point to farming LK after Infinity Enigma? Not really, Christian, unless you're like really want to get better charms. That's why I like farming Travincal, because you can drop runes, you can still drop all the jewelry, as well as like facets and high runes. So it's like a good, it's not as boring as LK, and then it also has like the benefit of dropping unique jewelry and facets, whatever, where LK is really just runes and charms. I haven't added it yet, Brody. I should upgrade or update it. I might after stream. Technically I'm 12 items, not 13, but... Or maybe it's 13, not 14. I don't know, one of the two. 13 or 12. But the only new item I can get from here is... Well, I guess I can get those low-level uniques, as well as Metal Grid. Getting a high runes, your first 1k runs, Bents? Dr. Bailey rolled my CTA before Infinity and rolled 2 to Bull. You blame Bents. That's okay, man. 2 to Bull is still better than nothing. And at least you can buff it up with Hodo and stuff. Like Hodo, Shaco, all that. Maras. Do the plus skill gears from increase the passive Amazon skills. But do you mean like the critical strike on Insight or something? There you go. As far as I know, like 2 to all skills from Andariel's Visage will increase the 6 crit, I think. I think that was mentioned on Discord. I don't know, ask FLP. FLP.
Not in town.
Andre, yeah, if you want to just play a little bit and get your character geared up really quickly, you don't want to do like the really hardcore like solo single player grind, Battleland is probably where you're gonna do it, man. Like halfway into a ladder, people probably drop you stuff, they don't care. That would be your best bet. But if you want to go in for like the long term, like the long haul grind of building your character over like a year, 2 years, single player is definitely where it's at. Maximilio. No, Mercenary is not using G-Face. Mercenary is Eth Kira's with Fire Res, and then Guardian Angel with a Fire Res duel. So he has max Fire Res and a Conviction. I never thought about using Kira's. Or sorry, I never thought about using G-Face on him. Grief for an Act 5 mark, Thomas? You could. I think. But then he'll get run over by Hydras though, won't he, Grego? Under Conviction? I mean, he might be fine to Life Leech under regular Hydras, but I'm pretty sure Conviction Hydras will run him over. I think the max damage Act 5 Merc combo, who said about... Alright, see you in chat. I think it's Death, G-Face, and Fortitude is like the pure max damage setup for an Act 5 Merc, but I don't really run the Act 5 Merc ever. You can also use Last Wish and Fortitude. That combination, you get a Might Aura. Last Rites, I have not tried that game. Dying Light, I haven't. Is it a console game or a PC game? I have not tried it though. Don't even know what it is. Got Geed's Grand Charm. Oh, I should do a Geed's Grand Charm video. Look at that. I have enough. Okay, we'll just identify this one and see what it is. Oh! 40 MF. That's better than the one that I have now, and it has 14 reduced vendor prices. So it rolls 40's max, 15 is the max on reduced vendor prices. I don't know what's the max gold on a Geed's Grand Charm? I actually don't know off the top of my head. Just a random Geed's Grand Charm, a little bit of a upgrade from a Zealer. Oh, it's Andre, it's 160? Okay, cool. So 111 out of 160, perfect 40, and then one off a perfect for reduced vendor prices. You found a perfect Geed's Grand Charm, Jackson? That's funny. That's an upgrade for my... What is this one, though? I don't think it's that good. Oh, it's 39.13. So, okay, we got a big whopping 1%. Oh, did I say 15? Ah, whatever. I don't care. I'm gonna lie. I'm not changing it. There, we got an extra 1 MF. Now chat's gonna rip me a new one. They're like, you lie, DB. I didn't leave anything behind. Oh, good, good, good. Ah, but it messes up my order of my... There we go. There's something so satisfying about the same skin. I don't know what it is. I lied. Barbara, you installed it? Nice. Yanko, you're better off running players 7, and I actually... We debated it with members of like the Discord community, is that originally I think it was players 5 is a slightly better low rune pattern, but you're better off going players 7 because there's more Sur runes, which you can cube to Burr, and there's more Ohm rune patterns, so it's actually better to go players 7 and then like cube up Ohm runes to a low rune instead of like specifically reducing your chances of getting like Sur runes and stuff and then trying to get low, because there's a little bit more low rune patterns than players 5. So really players 7 is your best bet. I did make a video saying the opposite of that, but where are we at? 15 more minutes, guys. That's OCD, having all the same skin. I don't know, there's something so nice about a uniform, sexy inventory. AR, strength, dex, mana. Yeah, I think typically if you average out your luck for LK, you should get 1 high rune every 1,000 runs. But the thing is, you can get 3 in 1,000 and then you can go like 1,500 runs without anything. So if you average it out over like say like 5,000 plus runs, you'll probably average 1 high rune every 1k runs. But I mean, people can get lucky. Like 3 Sur runes in 750 runs is insane. Like, you need 1 more Sur and you have your 2 Burr runes to make infinity. That's some gnarly. But then I also got my Burr runes off of Mephisto to make my straight up Burr rune drop from Mephisto. 2 of them in like 2 weeks to make my infinity. This is going way back before I even streamed. Jimmy, was a while back, man. We rolled 373 ED and then 15 fire absorb, so the fire absorb roll was kind of a bummer, but average ED, so not the end of the world, but I won't be rolling any more phoenixes. Not anytime soon. If I find like a really godly AR ED base and I get 4 open sockets, I might roll a second Phoenix in that Pally base, but for now, 45 all res is good for me. When am I gonna roll a proper Enigma? I was looking through bases. I have a 15 ED, 10 max durability, 3 open socket mage plate. So if I'm gonna roll a second Enigma, I'll probably do it in that video. Yeah, SG Phoenix on a Paladin shield specifically for Trav farming. Puts my my damage through the roof. Hydras will heal me even under conviction. And the proc doesn't really bother me, so it's kind of like a win-win for me. Use the Sacred Armor. I've debated making a Sacred Armor Enigma specifically for bail running on the Barbarian, just to get a crap load of strength. I don't know if I'll ever do it though. I've just like thought about it. Because I feel like if you can get like 3.5k health, you should be okay, like do a grief. But then again, player's aid is kind of nasty. Maybe you'd want 4k health, I don't know. Yeah, I was, when I first started, it was at 3.5k health SG, then we dropped to 3, then we dropped to 2. We're at 1500 health, 540 strength, 169 into dex, and then 132 into vitality. I had to pull off like 30 points off of strength to put into dexterity to get max block with Phoenix, because Hawes has insane block rate. So I lost a little bit of health there, but the 50 base life on the shield itself kind of made up for it almost. Not quite, but... Greg, are you gonna trap with me too? No, I use CTA. I teleport on switch, buff up with CTA, and then I switch to my main hand. Like, I only have 900 health without buff. There's battle command, holy shield, and battle orders, and then I switch to the main hand. I would definitely want to use CTA. I mean, now that I think about it, I could maybe put extra points in vitality just to get 1500 health and not run a CTA, but if I really wanted to. Thomas, you want to see? I run mana shield or energy shield. I run it on my pit lightning running build. It's nice for tanking archers, or at least it helps. But I don't go pure energy. It's max Vita with energy shield supplement. But dear, I've had an unhandled exception error before, but that was using Glide Wrapper on full screen, and I solved the issue playing or switching to window mode. If you're having an issue that's corrupting your character files, I would think it's got to be something to do with how you installed Pluggy. Like, is it separate from your Battle.net? Like your Battle.net folder or Path to Diablo folder? Because if it's not separate and you're mixing and matching that stuff, that can corrupt your character files. There's really only 3 ways to corrupt your files. Is not installing it right and having mixed installations. If you're like mid-playing and like your power's wiped out and your doesn't shut down properly, that can corrupt it. Or like playing over LAN and then trading items with somebody that has like a different version of your pluggy. Like those three things I know 100% can corrupt, but other than that, like I had that unhandled exception error that crashed my game like multiple times on the same stream, and it didn't corrupt my files. So I don't. I mean, I hope that helps, Quadir. Like maybe try backing up your save files, completely uninstalling everything, and then reinstalling, fresh install. Pluggy is in its own separate file. It's actually a 4014, Nate. I wrote 15 by accident, and I don't feel like updating it. I'm lazy. I'll update it in the next drop. I have no idea why. Are you playing in like Windows? You're playing in like Windows Service Pack 3 semantics, all that stuff? We tried playing window mode instead of full screen. No, the Oak Sage won't stack, Robert. The highest one will override the weaker one. Unfortunately. That'd be kind of cool if you could stack them. Like, you get some crazy health. Like, 2 level 30 oak sages, they stack together, like making a level 60, but it doesn't work that way, fortunately. So 80 gold find, but just dex to nothing else. Rare demon head. Adventure Sean, yes, it is, as long as it's the same blue D. If it's the same blue D as my channel icon, then yeah, that's my Twitch. So if you threw a Twitch Prime at me, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. If you sync your Discord with your Twitch, and if you join the Discord, you'll get the Twitch sub rank. But that is me, ma'am. Peak, why am I farming Trav? High runes, facets, unique jewelry, and just rares and grand charms, small charms. And variety too, like, I just started, like, I rolled Phoenix and Paladin Shield, and I'm just really enjoying playing the Zealer, so it's like a nice fresh break from so much caster character gameplay. All right, thank you, man. You will get the Twitch badge. But yeah, sorry. But what I should mention though, Adventures of Sean, is my Twitch is for variety streaming. So I stream like I stream Shadow of Colossus, Dead Space. I'm gonna play Resident Evil 2 Remastered there. That's where I play other games outside of Diablo 2, so I don't get burnt out of D2. So just a heads up there. But I do appreciate a Twitch subprime. If I find... I don't know if there's a Eka ring. I don't know if I'm gonna re-roll it. I don't think so, guys. There's more than just the... There's a low rune and a vex rune in there, too. Or 2 vex runes. Hey, we got any guesses on the unique ring? Yes, it's got a subtle little glitch flicker. That's not your eyes tripping out. That's purposely there. I think it's funny that Nate, you thought it was Ethereal Hawes. Soj, Nature's Peace, Carrion Wind, Manald, Dwarf Star, Raven, Perfect Nagel. Any more guesses? Dwarf, 15, Nagel, Star Hunter, and a Wisp. You can't guess every ring, Star Hunter. It's cheating. BK, 4% Life Leech from Kurt. Another BK from Tafki. Soj from S.A. Ding. Right, it is. 75 AR, Nagel. You were almost close with the perfect Redmar. 5 more MF, and I would have had a 30 MF Nagel would be pretty sweet, actually. It's got 75 AR. Yeah, that's probably what it is, Bodier. If your computer, like if somebody just randomly unplugged the power cord, or if your laptop ran out of power, it's probably what it is. But I stress this every stream, make multiple backups all the time. Like, all the time. Make backups every day. Every time you play, you drop something crazy, make a backup of your character file, because your complete pluggy could screw up. And if you have a backup of those files, you just need to reinstall, Uninstall and reinstall, copy paste those file folders or the save files back in, and you're good to go. You will not have an issue. I stress that so much every stream. Make backups of everything. Make backups of your backups. I actually do that, Billy. I make a backup on my desktop, and then I make a backup on an external hard drive that I plug in. So if my computer goes for a crap, then I still have my save files. Like, I even back up my stream overlays, my OBS overlays, anything that I've bought, and like the alerts and stuff. Everything's all backed up. Oh dear, your electrician owes you a hodo? Max damage and MF. There you go, Star Hunter. You're all set, man. No matter what happens, you're good to go. I mean, in theory, if you install Pluggy correctly and nothing happens, then... Like, I have never once had my character files corrupt. Knock on wood, but... I still have like 100 backups in different folders that are date named and stuff. So if it ever is an issue, I'm covered. Yeah, Sir Fox learned the hard way. Exactly. Stefan, best streamer online. Thank you so much, man. You're kind. Thank you so much. Siege. They back up in case I lose here. Yeah, I don't think it doesn't work that way, fortunately. Wouldn't that be nice? Every married man that gets divorced, back up his wife. Billy, when are you proposing, man? Quit being a baby and just do it. I'm gonna give Billy crap every day for the next year until he proposes. And we almost have enough material to do another Caster Amulet video. Nice. I think we just need 21 more Route Runes. You told me you don't need to find one, man. You just need to go out and buy one. They don't drop. You buy them in real life. Unless you want to steal one, which I don't. Okay, one more Trav run, and then Pindle time. Hello, how's it going? I can't read your name, but hello. 5 Chinese symbol letters. Thank you so much for saying hi. I didn't mean that in a rude way. I just can't read it, but thank you. Hello. When he runs in, does he get flatline with conviction though, Grego? Have you run into one yet? Just out of curiosity, I want to switch to grief for a sec, or death. Death with Phoenix is, oh, it's only 3.8. Okay. All right, let's run the Baba. Run the Barb for a little bit. Maybe he just lived because he can leech back and he's doing so much damage. I'm sure there's probably like you could run a different setup, but I'm probably at close to like 700 or 800 Trav runs now, and I haven't even had a single close call with the mercenary setup that I'm running. So I kind of just like the Guardian Angel Kira's combo. Might not be the best, but you never have close calls. It ain't broke, don't fix it. Scott Lucidi, how's it going? There's one. Evan Av, Newpan, how's it going? Nate, if I find I got 2 hours to find a D-Web. 2 hours to find a D-Web. Let's go hard at it. Can I demonstrate Himeso's set? You mean Harasu? Like on a low-level character? Happy Monday? Yes, happy Monday. Pindle Zerker, yeah, is more chill than Pindle Singer. But if I'm farming the pits, I like doing the Singer on stream more than the Pit Zerker. Just don't pick it up for Nate's. Like, I think the ultimate chill is Pindle, because I can just read chat so good with doing Pindle runs, but... I need to check the claws. Ashwin, I have one Enigma, one Infinity that I mule between characters, one non-F Fortitude that just recently rolled, two Phoenixes, which I rolled one today. One is in a Monarch, one is in a Paladin Shield, and I think I have 4 or 5 CTAs. I still mule them around a little bit. 4 or 5 Hodos. I have 2 35 FCR Spirits that I mule around, and then the rest of them are just averaged FCR Spirits in a Monarch. And I also have a 35 FCR in a Sacred Charge, but that's for the Paladin that I don't mule around. But yeah, I definitely... Really powerful rumors like Enigma, Infinity, I just mule them. I don't have multiple copies of them. Joey, Pluggy is a Diablo 2 single player mod. It gives you ladder only rune words, Battle.net, Diablo clone, or sorry, Uber Tristram, and Diablo clone, ladder only rune words, like I already said that. A couple other quality of life changes like larger stash, and some information hub pages like this. Scott Lucidi, double words.
Double words like barbarian for a few runs.
Not for Pindle. Not for Pindle, man. Maybe another time. Sorry, did I say Sacred Charge? I meant Sacred Rondash. I got a 45 all res Sacred Rondash. It's 35 FCR. Thank you, Scott. Joey, how do you get it? Just type in, I think it's exclamation installed or exclamation pluggy. Or you can just search on YouTube how to install pluggy. There's multiple different installation videos from different content creators. You can follow Ubio Gesh or Mr. Llama. They have 2 installation guides that are pretty good. You need to download an older 1.13 ISO though. You can't play pluggy on 1.14. Relax. Which honestly, it's pretty easy. It's not very difficult to install the mod. No problem, dude. It's definitely way better than vanilla pluggy. Like, so much better.
Not in town.
My Pindle runs feel a bit rusty. Avinov, I have 699% MF on this character. Exactly. 699. Perfect Maras? Sweet. I haven't found higher than 25 all res. Very nice. Brutal, if I don't think they're going to make a D2 remaster. I think that their next Diablo game is going to be Diablo 4. Because I feel like they know that they need to do something huge to recover from the backlash of Diablo Immortal, and I don't think a Diablo 2 remaster is it. I think it's going to be D4. And yes, I've talked about it before on stream. I absolutely will stream a lot of Diablo 4 when it comes out. I feel like it'd be a mistake not to. I mean, unless it's like a horrible game, but... I use 2 Wisp projectors, Star Hunter, because I find that with very low res, like I take a lot of damage from Pindle when he's Holy Shock. You could run Nagels, more MF, but I just run Wisp projectors because they still give me MF and they give me Light Absorb for a little bit extra safety. It's more just playing a little bit on the saver side instead of maxing MF. But I still have like 699, so... There was another full... No? Just one. Diablo Immortal 2? I hope they're not that dumb. I've been sticking up for them, like I'm saying, no, they're gonna make a good game, just give them a chance, guys. Everybody's ripping them apart. But if they make a Diablo Immortal 2... God help us all. There was some leak on Reddit talking about how they know they fucked up bad with 3 and intend on making 4 darker and get back to the roots of Diablo 1 and Diablo 2. Yeah, exactly, Anti-Up. Like, I've said this before, right? I feel like they know where they went wrong, and I think that they're going to learn from their mistakes and then go for it. I really think they just, like, misread what people wanted to. I think they thought, like, a Diablo mobile game would be cool, and they just really misjudged, but I don't think that means that they can't make a good Diablo 4. Favorite brand of laptop? I'm not really a big computer guy as far as brands, so I can't really tell you. My friend built me my streaming PC. I don't really know what the best laptop brand is. I don't have a preference. As long as it has a solid state in it, I can't go back to not having a solid state. What's up, Dr. Donovan? The core game itself, Ashman? No, I didn't just go solid state. Like, I didn't have a computer before my streaming PC, so I just had a crappy laptop. But then I basically needed a good PC if I wanted to stream, so my first experience of having solid state was this streaming PC. I'd only ever had a crappy laptop before that, so. But yeah, I won't go... I'll never go back, that's for sure. Yeah, I don't have water cooled, it's air cooled. My friend said the same. My friend that built the PC said the same thing. That he went water cooling once, had a bad experience. And he said he just doesn't recommend it. Very cool. I just got a Twitch follow from Indirect. Very cool. I don't know if Indirect's in chat, but thank you for the follow, Indirect. Nasty dude. Brad, you watching me farm for runes? Very nice. How's it going, Mark? Nasty dude. A little bit of delayed alert. There we go. Thank you, nasty dude.
Jesus Christ is Lord. Love your streams, D Black.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Oh, Robert, you meant that setup. Okay. Do a set setup. I want to do the full Talrash's set first. Do that. I did the Immortal K, IK set. Kind of would be cool to run through them all. And then, yeah, I rolled my Phoenix already. Rolled 15 Fire Absorb, which really sucked. 13 Redemption, 10 to 15, so that was okay, mid-roll. Then I rolled 373 to enhance damage, so I'd say it was about an average roll, so average is better than horrible. Zoltan, I have not tried median yet, man. I haven't. I need to figure out how to install it properly, and then go from there. I also want to do some, I was debating even doing it today, but then changed my mind. I want to do some Diablo 1 Beelzebub streaming. They're not really, I wouldn't say they're super viable, Paul. Like, they're there. You could do like a little bit of damage with the full Trang set, but most of my Necro stuff is usually Enigma. I do know that there's like, you can run the three-piece Trang set for the extra minus poison res. Oh, Charlie, did you get a D upgrade, buddy? Turquoise? One more year. Two years memberships gets the same blue D that I got. Ashman, I have not played PoE. I've watched a little bit of it. I was debating playing, like, messing around in the new league. I may or may not yet. I don't know. I'm trying to keep, like, the majority of my variety streaming on my Twitch. So, like, this Friday, I want to do the Resident Evil 2 remaster. I'll see how far I can get with Leon's story. Like, I'm hoping it's, like, 2 or 3, at least 3 streams, like... I don't know if anybody's played that game, but... if I'm doing a blind playthrough, like, will Leon last me, like, 12 hours? Like, 3-4 hour streams? And then I'll hopefully switch to Claire, do 3-4 hour streams, and then...
Not here.
There's an installer on the website, so you click there. So you click next, finish. Okay. Because what I'll have to do is I'll have to make a duplicate of my... because you need 1.14, right? To play median. So I'll have to make a copy of my BattleNet folder, then rename everything, and then I'll have to launch the installer off median that way. What do you mean the new Resident Evil Deke? Like the Resident Evil 2 remaster, or did they announce another one? Take a little bit of damage there.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I'll have to watch some YouTube videos and try and figure it out. Does Glide Wrapper work with median? Because I hate not having cursor lock. Like, I need cursor lock to play in window mode. I can't play without it. It drives me insane. 4-player one called RE Resistance? No, I haven't seen it. I was hoping they were going to announce a Resident Evil 3 Nemesis remaster. That game will be hype. Teaser's up on Capcom's YouTube. I'll check it out. What's my worst? I don't really play a lot of hardcore, Andre. Some of my worst mistakes on stream. I have ruled Call to Arms in a 6 open socket crystal sword. I made that boo-boo. I sold my T-strokes by accident when I meant to repair them. Oh, F. Okay, this could be good. Nope. And I did drop a Wind Force and missed it. So that's probably my 3 biggest mistakes, but I've never like... I've died twice before. Trying to level up to 98, I was close on stream, and I died twice in the same stream. That was kind of a screw up, but I've never like done anything crazy, like been hardcore, not paying attention, like walk away and die. I've never done anything like that. On the Bale Wave. 3 Oculuses and a Gull Rune? Nice, what are you gonna do with the Gull? Cube it up and make a Vex? Definitely on the Bale Wave. Good old stream fail. Some people argue that, that it's better to not have like Holy Freeze because you want the minions walking like, or you want the monsters to be walking towards you, walking through the blizzard. So the argument there is it's better to use like Ice Blast because Ice Blast is, oh, Orb of Corruption, okay. Ice Blast is more damage and only single target freezes, where Glacial Spike freezes a whole group, and then the group is not walking through the blizzard. So you can argue that the Holy Freeze is extra slowdown, so they're not walking through it, not taking as much damage. And you can also argue that your blizzard is slowing stuff down, so you don't need to slow stuff down further with Holy Freeze. You can just use like a Might Aura Mercenary to get more damage on them. But on the other hand is that it's really good survivability. So even monsters that aren't currently getting hit with the blizzard, they will be walking towards you slower. So if you want more safety, Holy Freeze. If you want more damage, go Might. That's usually kind of the determining factors. If you want to play a little bit safer, go Holy Freeze. If you're really good and you don't really care about the extra like safety, go Might. But I always build my characters a little more on the safe side. I just generally do. Kozagon, what's up? How's it going, Reed? What's the best way to farm Skiller Charms, in my opinion, Pardo? Just mass identifying blue Grand Charms that drop. If you really want to specifically target Skillers, you could just farm a whole bunch of LK. There is the argument that you can reroll or farm Nightmare, Black Marsh, and on, I think, because that's the earliest that a Skiller will drop. And because it's a lower level monster, there's less mods that can roll, so there's more chance of them being a Skiller. But when you actually break down the odds, it's only like 1 out of 20 versus like 1 out of 30 on a high level Skiller. So I think it's better to just mass identify. Don't bother re-rolling. But then again, I sound like a hypocrite because I'm doing the re-roll video, but that's purely for just video content. But I just suggest doing normal monster farming, like level 85 area, and then identify every magic Grand Charm that drops. Like that's, just really do that. And eventually you will roll Skillers. Oh yes, I'm the source of your non-productivity at work. Christian Deek, how's it going? Builds character on the safe side but doesn't play hardcore. I knew Billy was gonna say something. That's funny. But I do generally like my Lightning Sorceress, I prefer the Holy Freeze aura because I just like the little bit of safety. But I'm not as big a man as Bowtie Billy. I don't wear a bow tie at work. Billy, are you wearing a bow tie right now? South tie, Billy? What does South tie mean? Charlie, the Flaming D's are the best? I think the iteration I have now is the best. Jeremy and Jen. D2 stole 4 years of your life a long time ago? Yeah, it would be nice to play this like with updated resolutions and stuff. It's been talked about before. It's not really like... It's not as simple as just reskinning and then, you know, changing the resolution, because the whole game, like the monster AI and how monsters interact and then like attack you, is all based on an 800 by 600 layout. So you can... There's mods where you can increase the resolution, but it's just really weird things happen because you can see the monsters on screen before they see you, and then they won't actually attack you until you trip that 800 by 600 thing. So they would have to completely like rewrite the whole game, and for that purpose I don't think that they'll ever remaster D2, or for that reasoning. It's just way too much work. I did roll Phoenix, yeah. 15 fire absorb, 373. Maybe I should add that to today's drops. I could add that. I don't know, that's a lot of... It's like a lot of writing, but whatever. 15 redemption, 373 ED. 373 ED, 15 Zorb, Phoenix. There. You pay a monthly sub for remastered version? I just don't think, like, I think they'd make money, but they would not make it to the extent that they would doing a Diablo 4, so I don't think it'll ever happen. Would be cool. There is, though, I was reading something on Reddit. Did you guys see the Curse of Tristram, like, StarCraft engine self-made D2 remaster just came out or something? Remoth! Yeah, you want to see? I'll show you my Phoenix, dude. It's like an average roll at best, but the really cool thing is the base that I rolled it in. Ogre gauntlets. So there you go. 45 all res Kurast shield. That is my Phoenix base. So more fire absorb would be good, but like average roll in a really good base. Jeremy, no, I've not played PoE. I got asked that a lot. I do want to try PoE. What, Realm of Cain? Realm of Cain is... I wonder if anybody's even actively playing that. Did you make a character for that, Charlie? Nate, did you join Realm of Cain too? Don't lie. Realm of Cain. What's Realm of Cain? It's a private server that content creator made. I saying get some jaw and bird drops today? I'm trying. We did 2 hours of trav. Got nothing. Well, I didn't get nothing. That's what you heard? The only private server mod I'll play is I'll play pod, but that's it. Not the Diablo. Where's Thunder Mall? That's Shaco. Nice, Grego. Low and Surf from LK today. Have you already made your Infinity, Christian? It doesn't bother me, 3moth. It's very like negligible at all. It's. I'm sorry, I'm just laughing at what Billy said. Like the interruption proc is there, but like I'll just do a quick run. I'll show you. Well, it'd be. I guess I can go to players 3. I'll just do a players. I'll like do a couple runs, but. It's there, but it doesn't bother me at all. So I think it's way better than Hawes. Not way better, but I think it's personally better, but... Because the Hydras, like, heal you, even under conviction. Oh. So yeah, that's, I mean, that's players 1, not players 3, but I don't think that the interrupt proc is, it doesn't bother me at all. Adrian Bozoma, how's it going? Hope I pronounced that right, Bozoma. Nemu, you like it? I can increase the glitch frequency too, but yeah, so that's a couple of runs, 3moth. The proc doesn't bother me at all. Jeremy, yes, I found Did I ever find a wind force? Can somebody link Jeremy the very first video that I missed a wind force? But yes, I have found a wind force. I got 3 of them now, and one of them is perfect, perfect mana leech. So the item that's really driving me nuts is Death's Fathom. That's the item I can't find. Michael, just checking to see if I look as good as always. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, if it's mid sequence 3moth, it doesn't really do anything. If it procs out on the first one, it does like interrupt the sequence, but I don't think it's a big deal. It's definitely not full, like it's not as 100% smooth as using Herald of Zakarum. But it's not enough to make me not want to use it. Ignacio, I'll put a deadline. I'll say at the latest, the end of this month, I'll have Median XL installed. And I'll mess around on it a little bit. I don't know if I'll get 125 and do Ubers and all that stuff, but... I would just stick on players 1. Pindle always drops 2 items regardless of the difficulty. You can run like certain builds. You can go like players 3 or 7 if you want to increase the chances of minions dropping something. But those are really like high-end geared characters like Javazon and stuff that have really good AoE. If you're just a budget Blizzard sorceress, I would go players 1. 3moth, I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. What forehead cream do I use? No cream. Kurt, I'm just going by what I read on Diablo.net. They said that FCR reduces the interruption proc only at half efficiency, so whatever that means, but the only FCR I have on that Zealer setup is 35 on the offhand, or take... Oh my god, guys. The drop rates from 1.13 are the same as 1.14. They buffed up. There was a massive change to magic finding and the way uniques dropped. I think that was 1.1 to 1.11 or 1.10 to 1.11, I think. But from 1.12 to 1.13, they upped rune drop rates and they made runes orange instead of white. So I think the comparison is a Vex rune in Vex rune 1.12 is the same rarity as a Zod rune. Wait, no. Sorry. A Vex rune in 1.13 is the same rarity. Wait, no. Totally confusing myself, guys. How does it go again? Oh, sorry, a Zod rune in 1.13 is the equivalent of a Vex rune in 1.12. There we go. I'm so... This is epic. F you, Billy. F you. Straight F you to the fucking webcam. But yeah, if you drop a Zod rune in 1.13, that's the same as dropping a Vex in 1.12, which is honestly completely nutty, because I've dropped one Zod rune in like 2 hours of single player grind. So that's like one Vex rune to make Hodo in 1.12, which is just fucking insanity. That's the reason why like bots like took off, why everybody botted. And I think their idea was they wanted like epic rune words to be like literally unheard of. Like they didn't want everybody to have Enigma and Infinity fully decked out characters. Like they wanted them to be super rare, like elusive shit. Like if you saw somebody with the Redemption Aura from Phoenix, he'd stand out like crazy. And I think that's why they made everything so rare. Right on, Jeremy. Want to throw me a sub? But in all honesty, you should, if you want to try a newer experience of Diablo, you can try Path of Diablo or Median XL. For single player, you can go pluggy, or you can go like vanilla Battleland. It really depends on what you want to play. Sorry, you found an Unroom in 1.14? Yeah, Unroom's probably like a Jaw or a Burr. They wanted D2 players to stop playing. I don't think that was the idea, Poke. I think, like I said, even like Schaefer said, they wanted it where like only like a handful of people on a server of thousands had like a Breath of the Dying. That was the whole idea behind it. Flavio, these SOJs it's a randomized counter to simulate Diablo clone, like people selling SOJs on a server. It's just like a random spawn thing, and once like 70 to 100 are sold, I think it's 75 to 100, maybe it's 75 to 130, something to do in that range, then E-clone will randomly spawn. It's just a way of simulating server-side Diablo clone spawn on single player. Jax. Got a Hawes, perfect DD. Nijai Boo Hugh, how's it going? I feel like I butchered that one too. Definitely butchered that one. Wait, have I not been berserking this whole time? No way. Don't believe it. Shh. That must have just happened. That must have just happened. 13 items, 3 moth. Pretend like nothing happened, guys. It's okay. Paulus, you only have a 55% chance of recovering an item, so sometimes you'll hork and then you don't get anything. Or I might have like misclicked and not horked. It kind of happens when your cycling runs like crazy, but the odd time, you just don't get anything. Source still better, it's best for MF. Depends on location and gear. Technically, the character I'm running right now is the best character because you have crazy amount of MF and then you have item find as well. You always have an extra chance of recovering an item. I was Zircon? Did I switch my hotkey by accident? I thought this whole time I was just melee attacking. I don't know why it's called horking. I really don't. I think it's a combination of just the noise that he makes. The huh. They just call it horking. I don't really know. I didn't come up with a name. People already said hork, so I just kind of rolled with it. This is a Pindle running specific item find barbarian. So I use Berserk. My main hand I attack and then I use item find, so every run is like I get 2 runs. Like an extra kill. Well, it's like 1.5 every. Because I got a 55% chance of redeeming an item. Fargo, you too lazy to join a Discord, man? Exclamation for Discord for anybody who's not lazy. Mr. Jermomi, it has been. I have the stats. Stats are written on the stream layout there. Yeah, maybe just a little blind. A little blind. Thank you, Mad. Pindle ain't putting out. Hello to Russia. Hello back from Ontario, Canada. Thomas, how did your dimensional shard roll? If I get a 15 cold damage Nightwings, or sorry, a 15 cold damage Fathom, I won't use it. It's got to be at least like, I'm okay with 20. Like if it's a 20 damage roll and I put a nice fast in it, I can live with it. But getting like an anti-perfect Death Fathom, like you might as well just run like Hodo or Aussie or something, because the lack of FCR, like when you only have 20 FCR, it's you have to switch other gear around to hit your like your 105 breakpoint. Stu Mamo, you got an F15. Still better than no Death Fathom, I guess. But yeah, I'm really hoping I don't get something bad like that. My first roll, Nate, was anti-perfect on res, anti-perfect on mana after kill, and anti-perfect on life after kill. Only thing that it had was it rolled out of the 1 to 2 to poison and bone, it rolled 2. It was literally the only thing that it had. Yeah, I'd be happy with 24. 24, put a facet in it.
I can't carry.
Well, I might use it, Kurt, for like for a Trav specific farming Blizzard Sorceress. It's gonna be better than Hodo. Like 100% will be, like max damage, like you want to shatter stuff. But for like regular MFing, I feel like if you're doing like ancient tunnel runs, like Llama does all the time, I don't think it's, I think you're better off using like an Isted Aussie if you have like an anti-perfect cold damage. He can elite. The only items he cannot drop is Tyrell's Might, Arachnid's Mesh, or Azarath. Sequoid. I just want one Death Fathom, man. Your mommy, that hurts. Like, you rolled 40 on fire res, 40 on light res, and then 17 plus damage. Good death. Pick it out.
I can't.
Man, I don't remember the last time I dropped an ist. Oh, for the Countess 3 moth. I did 1,000 counter runs. I didn't drop a single ist rune, and I think I got one on player 7 key farming. But other than that,
Hello.
it was kind of funny. Player 7 key farming, I found one. Jeremy, I do. I got a Pit Zerker, and I have a Pindle Zerker guide video. I got both on my channel. Mav's armor. You have 17 Isterns. I think I might have even have more than 17. Most of my Isterns have been from random kills though. So I have a 6-isted Crystal Sword, 6-isted Phase Blade. I want to make a 6-isted Monarch for Pindle, for the Jabazon. But other than that, I probably don't really have any other use for Isterns. Although I'll update it eventually. Divco, my Bozon's built. I just haven't played it yet. It's currently Ice Maiden with Melody. And 65 to life Water Rocks. Not 60. Max is out at 65. Haven't been able to find those yet. Killhub saying 6-isted. Right on, MSS. Glad my stream can bring your day up, buddy. Oh, did I say 6-isted Monarch? I meant to say 4-isted Monarch. Ah, I'm stuck. Ivan Pekov, thank you so much for the sub. Thank you, Ivan. Yeah, I meant to say 4-isted Monarch. Did I say 6-isted? God.
I can't carry.
No, I won't be streaming tomorrow. Stream Thursday, stream Friday. I have to work. Drew, how's it going? I have to work tomorrow and Wednesday. It'll be deleted for sure, Jeremy. Unless you like periodically signed in to your characters, it'll be deleted. I think you need to sign in every 2 months now. 3 months. But you can give your email to Blizzard and they'll send like a warning email to like log in if your characters are gonna expire. Daniel Eden! Spamming that green D, buddy. Come on, Pindle. You're being so cheap. You think I missed a Death's Fathom on a Bale Wave? I hope not. Yeah, that'd be bad. Yeah, sucked up in World of Warcraft. We played WoW Classic at all? That's kind of the one thing that somewhat worries me about Diablo 4 is I feel like Diablo 4 comes out, all of the huge names like Soda Poppin, whatever his name is, Asmongold, Shroud, all those guys will stream Diablo 4, and I feel like I'll just get drowned the fuck out. I do remember it. But I redeemed myself, got one off of Pindle, one off of Breast Socket too. Appreciate it, Robbie. Watching from work. Cody. Thank you, bud. But I'm just saying, like, in general, like, those guys will swallow up like 95% of the 100% they will. Like even somebody like Riker will get swallowed up by Asmongold. Yeah, we're gonna go 4 hours today. We have another hour and 10 minutes of Pindle. Yeah, no, I'm not starting from scratch, but just being like in general, like those like Asmongold will probably be, I bet you, like 75,000 viewers, right? He'll just swallow everybody. Michael Cosmos.
Good afternoon.
Thank you, Michael. Coming in with the channel membership. Thank you so much. Thank you, Michael, for joining the Big D gang. Don't forget to sync your Discord, man, to YouTube for membership rank. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like, he was like, Asmongold would have been the top. He was the top streamer. Like, he probably still is the top Twitch streamer right now because of WoW Classic. What's up, Luco? Oh, I'm drinking double, extra large double. But thank you again, Michael. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Guys, can we get some big D's spammed for Michael, please? Ooh, double unique. Plated belt, Endgame sight. I think that if somebody gets... How's it going, Bad Omen? I think if somebody gets huge on Twitch, it's a combination of like... I think there's 4 things. One, I think it's being at the right place at the right time. 2, I think it's working your butt off. 3, it's having a good personality. And 4, it's like being amazing at the game. And it's any one combination of those things. So if you take like Shroud, he's amazing. Probably one of the best first-person shooter players in existence. So he's amazing at the game, but I don't think he has a crazy personality. I think he's kind of boring, but he's amazing at the game, and that's why he's so huge. Dr. Disrespect, he's good at the game. He's good at a lot of first-person shooters, but he's not as good as like Shroud. But he has the insane layout. He's super crazy personality. That's why he's big, right? And it's... Asmongold's like same thing, really good at WoW.
Can't carry anymore.
It's any combination of that sort of stuff is how you get, in my opinion, anyways. Like there's different ingredients of that. Tara, thank you so much for the sub, Tara. Roche, yeah, well, do you like watching smaller streamers in general, or do you just think regardless? That's another thing too. Some people don't like watching big streamers because their comments never get read. Because good luck having your comment read when you have 75,000 people watching, right? Bad Omen, thank you so much for the sub. A quick little double sub in there. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it. You guys like the new alerts, by the way? Brand new for today. And again, I'm not like crapping on like Shroud or anything. Like, he is like kind of funny. Sometimes he's funny, but I do kind of find him a little boring. But he is like insane at the game, where it's like Dr. Disrespect's the other opposite end of the spectrum. Like, he's decent at the game, but has like insane layout, super entertaining. So any combination of that. Moth, you like him? Right on, man. It's good to see you in chat too, man. I know you're a Twitch guy, but you guys want to check out Moth? He's a Diablo 2 Holy Grail streamer on Twitch, as well as is Chicken Chaser still in there? Chicken Chaser _89. Those are 2 guys you guys can look up on Twitch that are Path to Diablo and Holy Grail streamers, but Diablo 2 on Twitch. Make sure you guys check them out. Hit them up with a follow. What's the best mercenary polearm rumored non-ladder? If you can't get an insight, then... Well, if you're on non-ladder, you should be able to still get an insight. You'll just have to get an insight that's transferred over from ladder, like when the characters get rolled over. But I think like the top 3 weapons is like Insight for mana recovery. Reaper's Toll is amazing for damage and the Decrep proc. Like with between Holy Freeze and Decrepify, they're like underwater. Or if you don't want to go that route, you can go like a really hard hitting weapon like Breath of the Dying or something like that. If wealth isn't an issue. Or Doom's really cool too, because you can get the Holy Freeze and then you can get a Might Aura. You have IAS as well with Doom. That's a cool option to use on Hammered and Merc. Myself, I like Insight because nothing is more annoying to me than telestomping, getting mana burn, and then having to constantly pot. Like, I don't like that. I like Insight. Like, I get mana burn. It's not a big deal. You just keep slinging your hammers because the Meditation Aura is going to bring your mana shield back, but it's more of like a personal preference thing. And yeah, Insight is actually all kinds of damage too. Yeah, because you have really high concentration aura boosting his damage. You can run like a Fortitude, and then on top of that, it has Crit Strike on it. So the Amazon's skill of giving you double damage, especially in like the right base, you can have an unreal amount of damage for Ral Turtle Soul. It's actually like top 3 rune words in the game for your top 3 polearms for your mercenary is either Insight, Eth Reaper's Toll, or Infinity, depending on the character you're playing. Like those are the top 3. And for how cheap this is, like Ral Turtle Soul, 17 med. This one is 6 crit, so it's like 55% chance of doing double damage. 91 to 812. Has a little bit of MF on it. It's just an unreal weapon for really cheap rune investment. Germoni, I only have 1 Enigma, and 1 Infinity. And 1 non-Eth Fortitude. I mule those between all the different characters. And then I have a couple CTAs, a couple Hodos, 2 35 FCR Spirits and a Monarch. I have 2 Phoenixes now. One's a Paladin Shield, one's Monarch though. I didn't think of anything else. But yeah, anything that's Enigma related or Infinity related, I just mule it between the different characters. No, Rare Corona. Yeah, JP, Obedience is really good as well. I think Insight's better because Insight has the Meditation Aura. And the 6 Crit Strike, the Deadly Strike, I think is better than the Crushing Blow. Unless like you're wanting to do Ubers. But then Obedience has like Res 2, FHR, the Enchant proc as well. There's a lot of really powerful stuff on Obedience. I just usually choose Insight for mana recovery over it though. Full rejuve. Circ 89, how's it going? That's what I was thinking. That's pretty funny, Mr. My Corona. Get DB singing. RUMF. Or yeah, I'm currently MFing Bad Omen. I have 699% MF on my Pindleskin. Yeah, Obedience is cool, for sure. Like, my go-to budget mercenary setup is Treachery, Insight, and Tal's Mask. But you could easily swap out Tal's Mask, or sorry, you could easily swap out Insight for Obedience, for sure you could. Max Power TV, I'm doing great, man. How are you doing? Thank you for asking. Rare Scourge. What are we doing today? We did some Trav running earlier, rolled a Phoenix and a Paladin Shield. And we're just wrapping up the last hour of stream, doing some Pindleskin. Working our butts off for Death Fathom. Corona is weak. I don't mind Corona. Honestly, all beer kind of... I don't want to say all beer tastes the same, but I'm really fine with any beer. Good luck farming the keys, Sean. Players 7 if you can wing it. Actually, I think players 5 is slightly better. Players... Or maybe there's like next to no difference between players 5 and 7, but then players 5 is better runes, I forget. I used to always say players 1 for runes and players 7 for keys, but then I think somebody actually said players 5 is optimal for keys. Can't remember. But everything else, Neelathak and Summoner, players 7 if you can wing it. Oh. Gotta repair that Enigma. Rainfilled Paladin, I think you're better off going Treachery for the fade and DR, like the DR and res that's on the fade. Guardian Angel is really more of a like a Trav specific thing. You only really need the crazy res for like Travincal farming, but later, Michael. Have a good one, buddy, and thanks again for the channel membership. Appreciate it. Neelathak is your favorite? I don't mind running Neelathak depending on the character. I really like the Trapson. I think, in my opinion, she's the best Neelathak key runner character in the game. She's got really good AoE with Death Sentry. You can use Fire Blast or Light Sentry, depending on if Neelathak spawns Fire Enchanted or Lightning Enchanted. And then you have Cloak of Shadows, which 100% nullifies snakes every time. You can use Delirium proc, like a Delirium Merc. That does negate the snakes, but it has to proc first. Where like Cloak of Shadows, 100%, you just cast it. Completely nullifies the snakes. I'll just identify that because it's at. Oh, F2. Nope. Brentwist, I use Phoenix on a Fire Sorceress if I want maximum damage. Spirit's a good option too, but if you want pure damage, Phoenix is always going to be better because of the minus 28 fire res. And I use Phoenix on the Zealer for the Fire Absorb for Trav and the more melee damage as well. Tom, I started updating the drops on stream layout. Did I just have a glide wrapper error on Windows mode? Oh my god. That's why I switched to Windows mode. I'm still getting that random error sometimes. Yeah, everything's gone. I hope not. It's not letting me. You don't goofed. Not actually even launching it right now. What the hell's going on? Why does this bullshit always happen to me, man? We'll switch off. We'll go E-draw. Oh man, I can't even open Diablo 2 right now. It literally won't let me open it. Control, delete, and see if any. Yeah. Manager. Like I'd have to completely. I don't want to like restart because that's the end of stream. Diablo. Christian, it's yeah, I know. I'm gonna. Oh, am I not supposed to show this on stream? A taskbar manager. Diablo 2. That's just my the ISOs for. Yeah, I already unchecked. Like I already tried unchecking Windows mode. I'll just try not Windows mode. Yeah, it's literally it's not loading. Like I would imagine restarting my PC would solve the problem, but is game exe in my task, Paul? No. GOG stuff. Video. I don't see it. Yeah, PC must suck. Can't run Diablo. Yeah, I might revert back. Like every time I get a Windows update, it always fucks it. I don't know. Geez and Go, what's up? Diablo Windows mode crashed on me. I know I don't have I can't even get it to launch right now. That's why you're still on Windows 7. That's fucking frustrating. Yeah, like I switched to Windows mode too and I can't even. I shouldn't have to fiddle with the compatibility mode. It's on Windows Service Pack 3, run in administrator mode. Like that's all standard stuff. It's never an issue. Maybe kill the process, try restarting the game. What do you mean kill the process? It's not in the task manager. I already looked. I don't understand. What's going on? It's not in here. Yeah, I can restart the PC, but then that means stream's over. And I'm not gonna. I need to go at 2 o'clock, so I'm not going to. Under the details tab. Still don't see a Diablo exe. By the D2SE core folder. That's what I do, is I double click here, right? That's what I've always done. Double click the core, nothing happens. No, there's no error. That's just when I double click it from running compatibility mode. It is on administrator. Yotra, it is on admin mode. I don't know. I guess we'll call that a stream. I've had a lot of bad luck with Glide Wrapper. I honestly might, I don't know. Yeah. Frustrating, to say the least, but it's out of my control. Can't do anything about it. Well, like I can use the thing that is I cannot play Windows mode without cursor lock. Like I cannot play without cursor lock, so that's the biggest problem. That's why I started using Glide, but anyways, I'm gonna go off live or off stream. I'll try restarting my PC. If that doesn't work, I don't know. Completely full uninstall, reinstall. If yeah, well, I guess if yeah, honestly restarting the PSC will probably work, but that means the end of stream anyways. But the thing that I don't get, Kurt, is like I'll do hundreds of offline runs, Glide Wrapper, and then I don't know if it's the Glide Wrapper settings or it's got to be Windows mode because, or sorry, it's got to be the Windows update. But anyways, we'll fire off the credit scene at the end of the stream. Thank you so much, guys. And I don't know, Drew. I didn't see an unhandled exception error. Like everything just went blank, black, and crashed. Vote. I'm just gonna try restarting the PC and see if it works. I don't want to troubleshoot over trying delayed stream chat. Anyways, thank you guys. I'll see you guys Thursday. Hopefully I don't keep having this problem. I hope not. Anyways, peace, guys. Thank you again for the support.
A couple milli now, I'm causing a commotion. I've been coasting, hear my name around the world like an explosion.